If you love chasing bass in your local creek, then you have to check out these little finesse frogs that have just been released by Z-Man, fished on a weedless rigged EWG hook, or a weedless worm hook they're called. If you've got little sections like this with undercut bank, or if you're fishing brackish water where there's a little bit of tidal flow and you can get in under the root systems of these trees, there's some amazing bass fishing that you're going to get onto with these things. Take a look at some of the action. Yep. Oh, let's. Yes. God, it's so much fun. Yep. It's a whole lot of fun, this style of fishing. And if you can get onto the bass early morning, they're in here trying to get onto little frogs and insects that are in and around these little cavey areas in the shadows. Just skipping one of these things in is going to do a lot of damage. The setup that I like to use is just a little light reel with 6 or 8 pound braid on it, and then I'm running 9 to 12 pound mono leader. And mono is really good because this is such a little finesse rig that a floating leader, not fluorocarbon, because fluorocarbon will drag the nose of your bait down, but mono leader will hold it up, and then you just rig your little frog like this with a tiny little bit of the plastic just underneath the hook bend there. You can see that, and I even use a little bit of plastic keeper just from a packet of hooks. I just cut up that little bit of plastic and hold it up there, and that'll give you much better repeatability with your casting. Or you throw it in and just burn it straight back out. Often with poppers and things, it's better to leave it for bass and just let it sit there. But with these little frogs, they can't stand a throw in and a retrieve straight back to the kayak. They just have to hit it. So if you love your casting in and around structures, work on your skip casting, and with a spinning outfit like this, it's really easy to get used to. Longer rod with a little bit of a bend or a whip to the tip, so a little bit of a softer tip, that's going to help you along. Let me show you exactly what I mean with the retrieve. So you just want to flick it straight in under, and you shoot your rod tip along the surface, and then if you really whip it in, you can even get it up onto the bank in there, and then you just burn it straight back. And you can see that bubble trail, the little legs work perfectly, and the bass love it. So deep in there, often you'll get hit before the thing even stops moving backwards in towards the snag. They grab it on the way in, or as soon as you start burning it, straight back out. So you're after those reaction biting bass, the bass that are feeding hard, and they're so aggressive it makes for a great fishing session. The Finesse Frogz by Z-Man. Yes! Oh, that's a bit of fish. Oh, God, that's cool. These little finesse frogs, you just have to try them if you love your bass fishing. Yes! Oh, it's a fish. Beautiful big Australian bass. Look at the gob on him, he's just slammed that right the way down. Oh, look at that. The wild fish just taken in this tiny little creek on one of these finesse frogs. God, they're dominant. That's it there. You just pop that hook down to hide it when I'm skipping in against this little cavey bank. And they come back for a second, third, fourth go with these little plastics. They're just so keen. They don't care if they miss it. They'll just keep hammering it until they get hooked. Let's make a morning of it. This is so much fun. And if you want more tips on how to fish these Z-Man Finesse Frogs, then you need to subscribe to my channel because there's a whole lot more coming.